We're playing some blueprints. We're not like we're like deep enough that we're way past the credits. But I think I only have a couple days in me today. I have to go get laundry in about 20 minutes from the laundry room. But let's see. Doing all right, to say the least. I don't know, man. Let's just jump into it. Let's stop talking about it. Let's get into it. We're day 60. We've bought all the books. Now we just have to look at all the books. And there's like a few other things, right? Like there's a lot of other things. I'm kind of like waiting for the blue tent, whatever, that I don't know how to get, but my allowance is 59, so that's pretty good, right? That's a decent allowance. Link. Still have the blessing of the berry picker for the next 2 days, which may be the whole stream. We'll see. Cool items, because I also would like to I would like to get all the workshop items, but we obviously need the workshop for that. Oh. And from my understanding, the Sanctum keys allow you to access information only, pretty much, and a couple allowance. Information that we already have done. So like we already have the map thing done. Also, I don't know what to do with this. Normally I'm one for breakfast. We can just take a wild berry. Okay, this heads us in the right direction. Security. Starting off with all the technical rooms. I think we do a small chest. If only because, like, if it was digging, we'd do that one. But we don't really need. Like a couple allowance, right? Like it's not huge. Dark rooms. Head back this way. Do drawing room, if only because I realized that I didn't actually go into the dark room. I'm gonna go do that now. I'd also be down to get Secret Garden, but also with the power hammer. Wait, what do we have here? Statements contain the word statements are always true. Both statements on the black box are false. Gems are in a box with a true statement. This is the second statement on. So this doesn't say statements. Those could be true. This could be true, and these could be false. And if those two are true, that has to have the thing in it, because otherwise, how could you differentiate between the two? Over here. Panel. Let's hope we get a shovel this time. So cute. Oh. You want a pet? No? Alright. Well, we redraw just because we have the chance to. And I think we go with Den. Alright. I think utility closet is tempting because of the dark room. Then go down this way. And hope we can go left. Okay. I'm not upset by this. 1, 2, that's big. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I guess this. All right. Could really use a shovel. Don't have the magnifying glass, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. Redraw, please. Eel Aquarium. Passageway. This just gives me a key. Courtyard, though, may give me shovel. It's not. 1, 2, 3. I think we do the mechanarium. I just kind of like it. Hell yeah. Okay. I think we do commissary because we definitely just need a shovel. There we go. Alright. Coupon book coming in clutch. Obviously we could now use a hammer, but you know, whatever. Very nice. I wonder if it's the kind of thing that you just don't get the silver spoon if you have the salt shaker, and vice versa. Trying to think of what would be in the vault that we'd want. And I can't think of a single thing. Let's go check out this way first. That's fine. Throne room's interesting because it has both directions. Even though I don't think I'm gonna get anything out of it. Hallway. Found you. So pretty. Okay. East Wing Hall. Yes. Music room. Looking for their special keys. Yes, like this one. Salty apple. I forgot that we had the kennel. This is great. Oof. I think we gotta do corridor. Library, of course. That's what we're looking for. Here we go. Realm and Rune. Oh. Well, When the scholars of the First Era found any hidden things, either of natural source or resulting from the creations of man, they were accustomed to record these various signs with the aid of figures. They did this in order that the sigils of their realm might not be understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a very new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils. Those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells the story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. Okay. At the end of yeah. Alright, we know this is pretty much same. Oh, interesting. Hurdle back trap. 5 short rays that do not fully extend from the border. Okay. Road carriage. Foggy, militaristic red. Interesting. Okay. I wish we could check out the next book already. Boyer, that's big. We do Chamber of Mirrors just to see if we can do it. Back to the throne room. Redraw. Being straight. Corridor. Hello? There you are. Hello. Okay. I think we'll worry about that later. Now we go through the foundation. A coin. Alright. Gotta go get my laundry. Let's see what this is. Wileberry? Alright, I will be right back. I have to go get my laundry. I'm back. Alright. So this was not a great room to find. But we still have hope. Hopefully. Wait, why did I have to... Okay. Hey, what up? strange that I had the kennel way before whatever. We do the chapel, so we have more options. Shit. Music room. Give me that key. Oh, hell yeah, Night Rain. Yeah, you've been talking about it. Finally. Friday night. Perfect time to play Night Rain. Friday Night Rain. It's it's quite the game. As you see, you have 3 rooms to choose from. And then you try to... So the first big objective of the game is to get to room 46. But there's only 45 squares. So the idea is you get into the antechamber and then you unlock the top door. And room 46 is this mysterious room. And then the credits roll when you get in there. So you have to go through another day to get back in there to like actually understand what's in it. And throughout all these like environmental storytelling puzzles, you unravel this story of like political intrigue, and there's a heist, and there's a cover-up, and there's people who are trying to fight fascism. Realize I'm in the way over there. Yeah, it's a great little game. I'm just trying to figure out if I just fucked this run. I think I did. Trying to think of where else there's useful stuff. Don't think there is. As you can see on this map, I've completely closed myself off from getting to any of these rooms. There's no outward doors. There are some here, but I can't really get to them. Should go back here to check out this room before I finish, though. Bunk. A bunk. A bunk bunk. And then yeah, see, like you'll find like little notes and stuff around. And I picked up a metal detector, and it allows me to find metal things scattered throughout the house, which are generally keys and coins, which are obviously used for different things. And they'll just be like sitting around. Let's go this way. And you'll get like these crazy rooms where it's just a bunch of like cogs. And a throne room. Or this room with a bunch of buttons. What the hell? These buttons not work? Oh, it's over there. Oh, I went in the wrong way. Fight the fashion. Oh yeah, the art style's pretty cool. Like, fairly simple, but also just like it's not like hyper realistic by any means, but where's this button go? Over there. I can't get over there. Alright, and that concludes that run. But then there, like, it's got a lot of like roguelike elements where you'll usually find, you know, you build up your allowance over, the course of your runs, so that at the beginning of every run you get X amount of money. So you start off with 0, you find money here and there, but then you find these allowance coins, and it adds like 2 to your allowance or whatever. So then at the beginning of your run, like here, you kind of go in. You've got this letter from your great uncle that's just like, hey, here's the deal, and then the housemaids have left you your allowance. But then you have trophies that you can reach, like post credits. Just kind of some pretty simple stuff, like solving a specific puzzle 40 times, but also like opening up a new file and doing, reaching room 46 in 1 day or in 1 hour. Then you can transfer the trophies over save files, but it gets pretty fucking crazy. There's this outdoor room that always has a bigger impact on your run. Like this one, I get 2 special items. The watering can, which allows you to gain gems in green rooms, and then the metal detector, greater chance of finding keys and coins, but also just in general beeps at you when you're near those items. Also beeps at you when you're near, like, most any metal item. But yeah, so you start off blueprints. You just get the entrance hall and the antechamber. Foundation is a room that you find at some point, and then you can't move it. I like to move it, but I can't. Kennel is fun. Once you have the kennel, each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. But then you need like a shovel. You can pet the doggy. Yeah, so the foundation's always here. And there are like a few things you can do in that room that end up staying throughout each run. Only some of the dogs want to be pet. Alright. Laboratory is a fun one. My metal detector's going off. There's a key or a coin nearby. There he is. Hello. Alright. Laboratory, you get to run an experiment that has an effect only on that run. So each time you dig and you find some trash, you can get one of these things, or immediately, or the next 3. So I usually like doing the trash one, because if you get a shovel, you end up finding a lot of trash. I think I'll do this one, because I would love to get some keys. And hallways are usually quite frequent. Quite common. Alright. Dan. See, like, I'd love to open this chest, but you either need a key or a sledgehammer to break the lock. Kind of want to do the gymnasium just to get it out of the way. So most of the time, most of the rooms have like they're a one-time thing. You don't draft them again that run. unless they're special for whatever reason. There's some that you can draft more than one, or sometimes when you draft it, it adds more of it to your draft pool. I'm going to do utility closet, because then I can turn off the gymnasium. And an early utility closet is always nice, because then you can build around it. Turn on garage, turn on darkroom, turn off gymnasium. Keycard entry system's great. I can go into the computer and make it so that whenever that's off, like it is, the keycard system is just unlocked. Bug. Yes, this. Shovel. Chicken jockey. There's also like a pretty tried and true advice with this game that's just take as many notes as possible. Write down everything. And I have so much in a spreadsheet right now. Commissary. Oh, depleting steps, yes. So, every time you cross into a new room, the steps count down. You start the game with 50 every day. When you get to 0, you're exhausted for the day and you have to rest, and then the house resets itself. There are certain things that you can unlock in the game so that your starting step total is higher, so then you can explore more, you can do more things, you can backtrack more, etc. So whenever you cross a threshold, it takes away a step. There are certain rooms where you add more steps, or bedrooms that you just get like 10 steps, depending on the room. And then there are like certain areas outside the building that when you cross a certain threshold, you'll lose a step. Yeah, it's a thing that you just are trying to like always keep an eye on. Key. Alright. The sledgehammer's nice because then we can open chests. Running shoes are nice because occasionally you save steps when traveling long distances around the state and grounds. Gems, just because I have the money. And we'll get a bunch. Move on. Alright. Garage. Courtyard. We're going to do courtyard. So then I can show you digging up some trash. And then I'll get 1 key for every 2 hallways, which I think is 0 currently. But it's okay, because it did unlock those doors because I have the kennel. Alright. Parlor. Pantry. We're going to do the parlor. There's a series of puzzles in the parlor that become increasingly more difficult every time you draft this room. So basically, at least one of these has to be fully true and one of them has to be fully false. You can see here this has 2 statements. On one of the boxes, it could be that one of them's true and one of them's false, but that's not necessarily true. So this says a statement with an odd number of words is always true. The gems are in the box with the most words. Okay. False statements have less than 6 words. That's not true. This box has gems. So this is contradictory. These both could be false. Well, if this was false, this would have to be true. So, or if this was true, this would have to be false. So that's split. This either has to be true, true, or false, false, and this has to be either true or false. An odd statement is always true. So 3, 6, 7. Interesting. This has 4. So the gems are going to be either in the blue box or the black box, because it's going to be either the box with the most words, or they're going to be in the box that has the gems. Because one of these is going to be fully true, one of these is going to be fully false. Statement with an odd number of words is always true. That's 10. But it doesn't say that odd number statements the only ones that are true. Put it all on black. I mean, honestly, this could very well be false, false. I'm inclined to believe it, because it usually Occam's razor states that it's the most simple solution, often the most correct. Thank you. Sometimes you just end up overthinking it. It's too long. But there you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The other thing too is like that puzzle, like other than the 3 gems, which is nice, like it has almost no, like if you get it wrong, so what? Like you're just out 3 gems. It's fine. All right, let's do the boiler room. It opens up this way, and we still have all of this to explore from down here. Boiler room it is. Security's nice. I think I'm gonna go observatory though, because I would love for security to help me out in a pinch in terms of openings. So that's 5 gems. That's a key. Apples are tastier. 3. Ew. Awesome. Beautiful sky. Beautiful night. So this is a thing where every time you draft this room, you get one of these stars. And then depending on how many stars you have, when you look through the telescope, you'll see constellations. You click on the constellation, you get the effect. There are other ways in the game to progress how many stars you have, and the more stars you have, generally speaking, more constellations there are in the sky. There's like one constellation that you don't really want unless you're like gunning for it, which gives you like more dead ends, which there is like an achievement to get like 20 dead ends in a single house, but I'm not going for that right now. Garage is pretty nice, because I'll show you. The garage, if you have the utility closet, which I do with the breaker box, you can turn on the garage and it allows you to open up garage door. Garage door goes pretty much around the building back to the front entrance, and it's like 2 steps. So rather than tracing all the way back down, trying to get back to the entrance hall, you can just take 2 steps to get back to the entrance hall. Great thing about that too, that if you're in the entrance hall, you can come all the way back to the garage, either to get back to the foundation or the antechamber. And it's great. That said, you can also go through the foundation. Later in the game, there's places you can unlock. There's doors that allow you to get back to the entrance hall pretty easily from the foundation. But always happy to get a garage because it also has 3 keys and the least confusing pathway to get back entrance. Alright. Actually, let's leave. Maybe a dig hole down here. Oh. No dig hole? Shit. Using keys. Oh god, they're all dark. I mean red. I think I use a wild berry. So wild berry is like a thing in the outer room. I spent some money to get a blessing, so every day for this like 3 days I get 3 wild berries. They give me a random room of any rarity. So the thing with this room, this is the ballroom. Is whenever you enter the ballroom, set your diamonds to 2. Thing with that is that it's not set your diamonds to 2 if you're less than 2. It's just set it to 2. I'm at 17. If I go in there, I lose 15 gems. I'm not doing that. Not yet, at least. What do I get from trash? Keys. Well, I can just get a key instead. Wonderful. Wildberry is selling my room. Oh. Passageway always seems nice. But if you look here, because it's 4-way, blocks off the bottom because it just goes into this wall. It's better than the archives or the lavatory. I think just the passageway is fine. We'll use the other wild berry at some point. Rotunda, Great Hall. Love a Great Hall. Love a Rotunda. I'm going to go Rotunda because it does use up our gems. And we will want to use up our gems before we go in the ballroom. That's it. That's the story. Oyster Verna, one of my favorite rooms. But I really want it to be all 3 sides. So we're gonna take a wildberry. Okay. This is luxury items. These are items that you really only find in this room that are really worth a lot. You don't normally get to these numbers that easily. So I'm going to do Moon Pendant. It allows me to keep 2 items for tomorrow. That random. Silver Spoon, also good. Maybe I should have saved up for that. Whenever you gain steps from eating, gain twice that many steps. Oh, yeah, you can gain steps from eating as well. Sorry, I gotta wipe my nose. It's so itchy. So polleny outside. Ooh, keycard. Not really helpful. Oh, I thought I had the tray. Metal detector, what do you hear? What do you see? It's coin. God damn. All these doors. Alright, now we want to do this. How many hallways do we have? Alright, we have 2 hallways now. I can feel okay digging up some trash. Some. Great. Now, with this, raise your luck with each green room you draft from this cloister. So I want more or less 3 more green rooms because it'll make my luck go up. Unsure the mechanics behind luck. That's what it is. I think I'm gonna go pool, even though it's not green, because there's stuff at the bottom of the pool. There's swim trunks, if you will. Not my joke, it's a joke in the game. Unfortunately. And we go this way because there's only 1 room over this way. Can do. I think we try to redraw. We picked up these dice from down in the chest. This one's always good for me because I always draft rooms with that little clock icon. It's here, the hallway. Well, that's the only one right now. But I'll start next day with that many keys. So it'll be 2 because it counts itself. We'll see if there's anything up here. I don't think there's anything that useful right now. Except a pretty view. The rest of the house. Alright, what do we got? I thought it was a leg. Treasure chest. I mean, treasure. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It's in the courtyard. 62 steps left, which is pretty good. Oh, hey. The moon on top of that. Weird. Should have just taken the credit. Yeah, well, you know. Come on, stop with these locked doors. Alright. Ooh, freezer is interesting. Freezer freezes everything. My coins and my gems. Can't use them for the rest of the day. Unless I go find a sauna. But I do get to start with that many. It would be 8 and 24, but I have things I want to go patio. Got some gems. We got a turnip. Oh my god, these turnips are giving me life. Door was already unlocked, it's fine. Conservatory. I think we want to do that one. It allows us to change the rarity of some rooms. Chapel. Blue standard. Bunk room. I'll make it a little rarer. I don't usually use it all that often. Grocery room will make let's make it standard. Because I think I need it later for something. I'm not sure. Dog barking. Crafting locations. knew these already. Those are in my notes. Ooh, penny. Alright, what do we got over here? Time for our last wild berry. An attic. This gives us 8 items. That's pretty much it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coin purse is great. Every time you collect 3 coins, you get a fourth. 4, I guess. 5. Give me that. Coin purses. And then this up. Yum 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 yum. Gimme gimme gimme. Delicioso. The giant bishop in here. That's good to note, actually. Those pieces. Do I have... Okay, I do have bishop. Great. Bishops are also in the chapel, the bookshop, and the rumpus room. Rumpus room's got a cool, like, Zoltar kind of guy in it. He tells the future. Good gem in here. There you are. All right. Do I go back to the courtyard? Or I think I just continue this way. See if I can get my luck up. Trophy room. We net positive gems. Keep going. Pump room. Up. I'll go up. That's okay. The rotunda I think I can come out of as well. The breakfast nook is just better. Bacon and eggs gives us steps. Makes a new room that we can draft. Let's go out this way. What do we got? Guest bedroom. Freezer again. I think we do guest bedroom. No, this counts as a green room, so we get luck, actually. I feel a little luckier. Alright. Plane. Coin. Operated, girl. Maybe it's boy. I don't remember. Ooh, I have 30, which means silver spoon. I'm gonna get so many steps now. Too many. Ask me. Yeah, let's go to the courtyard. We'll dig up that treasure. This looks like the spot. Time to start digging. Just in the middle of the tiles. Damn, dude. Coffers of Mount Holy. Oh my god, so many gems. What the hell? What am I gonna do with all these gems? All these gems inside this box. Let's keep going through the rotunda. You can press this button, turn it. And we do it one more time. You don't have to necessarily worry about it right now. Wouldn't put your treasure in any easily seen. Yeah, right? But that treasure could only be found with the treasure map. I'm gonna do Great Hall. For a multitude of reasons. Morning room, of course. Because I have Lockpick. Lockpick works some of the time. Nothing in there. Alright. I think I try the rest of these doors. I have more keys. If I could trade my gems for keys, be ballin'. Foyer. Here we go. Now that's a room. Key. With the foyer, all hallway doors are always unlocked, which means this great hall is now unlocked. Treasure trove. Speaking of places where you'd put your treasure. Hell yeah. Alright. So this is a pink chest? Red chest? Unsure. With a flame on it. Alright, let's open this bad boy. Totally, you're rich. Yeah, I know. Previous box in this room contained a true statement. So we don't know if this is true or not. That's it. That's the whole thing. So I have a whole spreadsheet with 11 different times that we've gotten this room. And if it says things like green memos you find in this room will always be true. Green memos and white boxes are always lies. The true treasure of a trove is not in the house, etc., etc. So things that reference the room itself, trying to figure out what colors are correct, what colors are lies, depending on the color of the memo, the color of the box, and what symbols on the box. So it's just a matter of taking note, figuring out which ones you think are more correct. Crafting studio. Yes, please. Now, I'm looking for the one that hopefully has... well, key. The classroom, because I need an extra classroom, because there's like... one of the outer rooms is a schoolhouse, and it adds 8 classrooms to your draft pool. But you need 9 to do the final exam. So this room is the only way you can get the 9th one. But we have a solarium, casino, and dovecote. I think we try casino. Who doesn't love a good casino? Betting it all on black. Do I have... no, that's fine. There's like a safe you can open, but you only need... I mean, you need a magnifying glass to open it. Alright. Oh, hello? Okay. Open sesame. It's lever. So this is what I was talking about with... so the room up top is room 46. And you need to find these levers to open the side, and then you need to find a way into the side. Granted, I just opened this one. There's no way in there. I need to find one that opens the left side. Unfortunately. Anywho. Cool. Anything in here? No. Anything in here? Sounds like it. So many keys, so many gems. We will go back through the vestibule. Gold. Alright. Laundry room's tempting. Because that way we can change our gems into keys, our keys into money. There's also a bug that once you get this file cabinet key, the metal detector just continues to go off in this room. I don't think we need this quite yet. We will be back if we do. Interesting. I think we do servants' quarters because having more keys is always fun. We go up this way. Oh, wow. Go back down this way. There's only one room left here. But we can make it the casino. Okay. There's money. Free money at the casino. Also, just very funny that you'd have to pay your own money in essentially your own house for this casino. Bonk, 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 bonk. This. That. Okay. At 3. Not bad. Hey, we got 5 that time. Oof. Okay. Back at 100. Wager 100, wager 20. What do we get? Nothing really. Wager 20. Oh man, didn't get shit. Okay. Apparently, also you can only do the roulette wheel once a day. I don't know if there's really a purpose to this one. If we get the workshop, or if we don't get the workshop, I'll come back with the handle. Otherwise, ooh, where's the dining room? Did we get the dining room? No. Interesting. I thought we got the dining room. Must have been yesterday. Oh, also, do this. Log into network. Close your eyes. I want you to see my password. Remote terminal access. Shelter. So with our experiment before, where it's dig up trash, get thing, every time it succeeds, like every time you do it, it sends off radiation. It's like a lore thing. When radiation gets to 12 bits per whatever, if you monitor it, it unlocks all the rooms. So we'll see if it works. We're at 10. We need like 2 more. It's fine. Maybe even 1 more. Very dig room. Oh, yeah. Trash? Yes. Alright, now we try. Try it again. Sweet. Hey, off the charts. Emergency protocol initiated. All doors unlocked. Cool. Now we don't need these fucking keys, apparently. If we get a freezer, we're gonna freeze all our stuff, though. For sure. Money. We're gonna walk-in closet. Sleep mask. Gets us 5 steps for every time we walk into a bedroom for the first time with the sleep mask. Drawing room's nice. Also because it continues straight. No use for 18 now. It's 18. Alright. Billiard room. Alright. This is the puzzle that I keep trying to get to. Because I need it for a trophy. But 16. So it's funny because like this has very little to do with actual darts. Basically, you start from the middle and you go outward. Blue is addition. Square means you square it. So 2 squared is 4. Pink is multiply. So 1, 4 plus 2, 6. Squared is 36. And then I believe yellow is minus. So minus 20 minus 10 is minus 30. So 6. 10 minus 10 is 0. Squared is 0. Times 4 is 0. Minus 2. Negative 2. Squared is 4. Oh god. Too many things. 1 squared. 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 plus 3. 6 squared. 36. Minus 20 is 16. Divided by is purple. 16 divided by 8 is 2. Plus 1 is 7. How did you figure out what the colors mean? Great question. Oh, I got that one wrong. So the first time you play it, it's very simple. The inner ring is always blue. The next ring is always yellow. The next ring is always pink. And the last ring is always purple. And then, like, through different clues and stuff, you realize that inward to outward is like that. In one of the classrooms, you essentially walk into the classroom. There's a bunch of tests strewn everywhere. You look at them, you see what is right and wrong on people's exams, and you learn that the colors in this world are plus minus, and the colors are the same as this. 16. 2 squared 4. And then you take notes of it. I again have just so many room notes. think it's times, so 1. So 4 plus 2 is 6. Squared is 36 minus 30 is 6. 10 minus 10 is 0. Squared is 0. Times 4 is 0. Minus 2. Negative 2. Squared is 4. Same with the square. You always do it after each color in each step. So like I add all of these and then square it, and then I minus 20, and then I divide it by 8, and then I add 1, and then I square it again. So we've got 1, 2, and 3, which is 6. Squared is 36. Minus 20 is 16. 16 divided by 8 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. Squared is 9. And it reveals this key. Salt shaker. So salt shaker's nice because whenever you eat food, you gain an extra step. Let's redraw. Let's redraw. Okay, none of these are helpful. I was really hoping for that freezer. But I can do locker room. Because there's going to be lockers in here that use keys. And I have too many. Apple. So it salts it 6, and then it scoops it 12. What the hell? Jugs. This is a thing that we've seen before. They think that room 46 is a red herring. I don't think it's been. I think that person who wrote that note got fired because they were stealing from the estate. Through other notes, I know this, not just. Okay. Orange. That's 5 plus 1 is 6. 12. 12 steps. 12 steps. Is that a clue? Was he an alcoholic? Money, money. Car. Yeah, there's an absurd amount of lore in this game. Like this. So this is what I was telling you about the math exam. So in the room it was a full page, but you know, like it would be like, oh, this number is right or wrong. But it would be like 6 plus 1 plus 3, and then somebody would write, I don't know, 10, and it would be right, or 11, and it would be right, type of thing. This is just a clue for a different puzzle entirely. Key! That's what I need. Did use up a lot of my keys. Kirk Darren is a pseudonym. Money, money, money. God, look at how much money I have. think we go to the showroom. Tell me there's more in this room? Where? Oh. Blended right in. Then we can go up around the side to go into the garage. Look at this beautiful house. So majestic. So haphazardly put together. Where? Oh. Some of these things just... Yeah, I hope I can just buy the whole... Some of these things just pop in out of nowhere. I don't even see them. Shit. No, I turned the rotunda. If I have enough steps. Humph. This is a crazy amount of steps for not having had a kitchen or a dining room. We're gonna put... That again. Just turn this into a gambling stream. Ooh, get out of here. Money. What? Only cash out once? What? Oh, okay. That was weird. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Good, good. I'm giving you the content. I'm like wondering if there's even a point to it. I don't like how the 0 is. Oh, a snake! Ooh. Two snakes. Dang. Dang. Wow. That's enough of that. It's funny, the thing that I wanted to do in this run was get the library, which I did not do. I got in the last run. But we'll see. Compass. I'll buy that. Photograph. Trophy of Wealth. Maybe now we have a reason to gamble. Okay. Try this again. It was 100, I think is what it was. Ooh. Bad. Bad. Okay. Back at 44. Where it is. Snake. God. Oh. Awesome. Oof. Oof. Snake, bad. Snake! Sure, I'll cash out. Okay. Really waiting for the 4 crowns. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Just like right now. Huh? Huh? 4 crowns. Bam, 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 bam. Oh. Huh? Bam. I'm gonna look to see if there's... I'm gonna cheat. Slot machine. Is there a strategy? It just seems random, honestly. Holy shit! I got it! Just press all the buttons on my fucking soundboard. Fuck yeah. I'm addicted now. Fuck! Now I can go buy that trophy. That's how I feel inside. Yes, one trophy, please. Bite out the entire showroom. And there's apparently something more in this room. Whoa. Oh, a key. Okay. Now where do we go? Got 37 steps to get back to the ballroom. We can do that. Easy peasy. Lemon squares. Alright, time to lose all our gems for no fucking reason. I believe this is the thing that I need to remember. I don't remember why. So, Clara and Simon. Simon is my grandfather, I believe. It's the brother of the man who died and left me the house. Clara is the woman that he married, his wife, my grandmother. Unclear currently how either of them died. But, yeah. Next room. Orifice. Freezer. Not helpful anymore. So I don't think I necessarily need to go into room 46. So I think I'd go with the office. If only to see what's in that last room. The 2 gems and the 16 gold aren't really going to help me too much for the rest of the day. Oh, shit, I clicked on the wrong one anyway. And of course I got 44 steps for... Yes, they made... like you predicted. So my mother, in game, wrote this book. She's a children's book author. And she wrote this book, The Red Prince, about me, who's obsessed with the color red. I was born and raised in like a fairly fascist government, or under a fairly fascist government. And the idea is that like the red symbolizes that government, when everything was peaceful, everything was like blue, and she's kind of upset that I became, or I like, because I didn't know better, red was such like a default obsession. And hopefully through the lore in the house and solving this, I become the Blue Prince. It's the idea. And so like the original end of the book is it's very touching, it's very sweet. It's about like kind of overcoming and realizing there's more out there than what you're being told. And of course, the publishers wanted her to change it to, oh, he's reading a red book. You're just like the Red Prince. Rather than like, oh, he discovers blue and kindness and love. We know that one. I love this one still, too. Simon, I never intended to finish writing this letter, but by now you must know... Murder mystery. So, the thing... I'm convinced that Herbert, I believe, is the great uncle's name. I believe Herbert's not dead. But, there's a lot going on. And your mother, Marion, her name's actually Mary something, but she goes by Marion Marigold so that she's not affiliated with this rich fuck of a great uncle, even though he's like down low kind of based. But for like political reasons, she changes her name or writes under a pseudonym. And he's got a fucking Buster sword in his house. It's just very interesting because Marion Marigold just disappears one day, and then it's presumed that she was part of the heist and is now just kind of on the lam. Running from the law. 81 steps. What do I do with these steps? I don't think it. Because I can't get into the antechamber. But I'm getting up early tomorrow, so I think I'm going to call it there. But wow, look at that. We did a pretty good job. Thanks for helping me with figuring out how to gamble better. Silver key. Silver spoon. Do I have... I don't even have coat check where I could leave one of these items. Worth. Can I make it back to trophy room easily? Not really. Actually, it's not. Just keep spending until you win. Well, yeah, but I could have lost it all. I could have not had any money left. I was kind of close to that. I think I was down to like 16, and I just used 100 to buy that trophy. So, I really care about those keys anymore. Am I going? Other side. There she is. Trophy of wealth. Ordered for buying out the showroom's entire stock, including this trophy. I got a trophy for winning 40 parlor games, which is the ones with the chests that you actually did help me out with. Inheritance trophy for reaching room 46. And then full house for drafting a room in every single open slot of your house, which I didn't even do today. I had one left. What's this one? Infinity Trophy. Ordered for solving 8 puzzles in room 8 on rank 8. Okay, let's check on you. Bullseye puzzle, I have 20. So I have 13 left of that bullseye puzzle. It's going to take a while for that one. 3 rooms left. Already 8 sigils I have done. Retrieve drafting. Up control. 6 out of 8. Cool. I'm going to call it there. Call it a day. Thank you. Thank you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful time. Thanks for hanging out.